My name is Makayla, and I am a senior here at Colorado State. I was raised in a Christian home, so both my parents are believers, so my sister and brother and I, we always went to church on Sundays, and we would go to like youth groups and things like that all throughout like elementary school. And I decided to give my life to Christ when I was 8, and I vividly remember it, which is kind of strange because I was so young. For a while I was trying to live out my faith like as like a young kid, and through like elementary school, middle school, debating parts of high school. I would always go to youth group and church and read my Bible and try to have a relationship with God, and I would pray. Things like kind of looked exactly how they should have, but then getting further into high school, I started living for myself more instead and doing things that I knew weren't what God wanted from me. For a while I would still read my Bible and still go to church and act like everything was fine, but I didn't really have a relationship with God because I was choosing to live my own way and kind of ignore what God wanted from me. So that's kind of what it looked like coming into college. I kind of thought that walking with God in college would make you miss out, or that you would be kind of weird almost. I wanted to like be a Christian but not walk with God, and it didn't really work out for me because I realized if I wanted to follow God, I really had to choose to follow Him, and I couldn't have part of God and then my own world at the same time. I think in following God in college, it can be hard because when people are putting their identity in other people or wanting to blend in, following God isn't something that makes you blend in. So sometimes it's hard to make that decision, to choose to be the one that's following God instead of partying, or to choose to be the one that's living according to the Bible instead of according to what everyone else is doing. But it kind of takes that discipline and that trust in God to decide I want to do what He wants to do instead of doing what I want to do. I'd say the biggest thing that's changed for me since walking with God is I've really understood that I have a purpose. I think before I was kind of wandering through life, just kind of aimlessly trying to do whatever felt best in the moment, or whatever I thought was going to make me achieve the most or look the best according to other people. But once I started following God and walking with Him, it really gave me a new sense of purpose, and I realized that my life isn't just about myself, and that I have a purpose that's greater than just doing what I want to do, but it includes serving God that created everyone, and includes serving other people and loving those around me. And walking with God has just given me so much more, and I've really experienced the fullness of life. I follow God in college because I honestly think it's the best way. I think it's the most rewarding way and the most fulfilling way. I've spent some time not walking with God and following God, and nothing compares to following God. I would say that if you're considering following God or struggling to follow God, that it's worth it, and that it's worth going all in. Go all in and trust God. Seek Him with all of your heart and see what happens.